Welcome to my views and news. Monday's second video for you. First news story is from Tigray. Tigray today formed an 11-member committee. It approved this 11-member committee, which is basically a peace delegation, which will monitor the implementation of the peace deal, it seems. There are several questions about this move made by Tigray today. Who are the members of this committee? Two diaspora community members are also part of this committee. One from opposition parties. Why wasn't such committee formed before the start of talks with Ethiopian federal government around 2 months ago? Secondly, in two more cities of Tigray, electricity has been restored. Ethiopian Electric Authority confirmed this restoration. And thirdly, we have two updates for you. First update is about Jamal Osman, a journalist who was reportedly arrested in Mogadishu yesterday. And second update is about Guma Saqata, an Oromo activist who was arrested a few days ago, I think in Deva. Firstly, viewers, an interesting move today. Tigray approved 11-member committee. Peace committee was approved by, peace delegation was approved by Tigray today. Who are the 11 members of this committee? Why wasn't such a committee formed before the start of talks? Now, when talks have been concluded, agreements have been signed, this 11-member committee has been approved. What will this committee do? Is Tigray regional government trying to appease the dissenting voices in and outside Tigray against the Pretoria Agreement, which was seen as agreement of capitulation? Who are the 11 members of this committee? Gata Choreda, Sadkan, Fiseha Haftazion, Vandemo Asamanio, Elam Segai, Bijine Macro, Professor Merida Sihai, and two diaspora community members. One is from opposition parties, Betona, Salsevogene, TIP, from these three parties. This 11-member committee is the now official peace delegation of Tigray regional government, which will monitor the implementation of this peace deal. Question is, why is that now Tigray is announcing this 11-member committee? And why is that now Tigray regional government is trying to take opposition and diaspora on board? It should have been done before the start of talks in Pretoria, South Africa. There should have been participation of all stakeholders, diaspora, opposition parties. But Tigray regional government of TPLF did not try to create consensus in Tigray before the start of talks. Unilaterally, Tigray regional government, of course TDF as well, they signed the Pretoria deal, and then they signed a deal in Nairobi, Kenya, a week after Pretoria agreement. Diaspora resisted the two deals. Diaspora rejected the deals. Diaspora criticized TPLF. Opposition parties as well. We have seen very strong statements from Betona, from TIP. They are accusing TPLF of working against Tigray people's interest and working for its own interests. So we saw huge opposition to the peace agreement signed, negotiated by TPLF and TDF. Now, Tigray regional government, TPLF, they want to take opposition on board. They want to take diaspora on board. Can this effort succeed? That remains to be seen. Opposition parties have issued statements. They're rejecting Tigray People Liberation Front as the sole representative of the people of Tigray. And we must not forget that if peace deal is implemented, Tigray regional government will be dismantled, will be removed. Interim setup will be put in place in Tigray. Regional election will be held. That is what is mentioned in Pretoria peace agreement. So maybe before the putting in place of interim setup, TPLF-led Tigray regional government is trying to create consensus. Tigray diaspora is powerful. That is why 2 members from diaspora and 1 member from opposition. It means that diaspora is more powerful than opposition parties. Betona, Salzevene, TIP, small parties. I think it should have been done 2 months ago. But at least now Tigray government has realized that it should take diaspora and opposition parties on board. And opposition parties, diaspora, now should try to ensure that peace deal is implemented, that there is no resumption of armed hostilities. Diaspora should realize that people of Tigray died of hunger as well, apart from dying in fighting. Resumption would be deadly for the people of Tigray. Let's see what this 11-member committee of Tigray officials will do in coming days and weeks. Will opposition parties accept this committee? That remains to be seen. What about diaspora? How will diaspora respond to this move by Tigray? That remains to be seen. Secondly, viewers, in 2 more cities of Tigray, electricity has been restored according to Ethiopian Electricity Authority. 2 cities are Adwa and Aksum. Reportedly, in these 2 cities, power lines were repaired. Power line from Shire to Aksum, Adwa, they were repaired. And in cities, electricity has been restored. In surrounding areas, in suburbs, it is being restored gradually. So gradually we are seeing that though pace is slow, but electricity is being resumed in Tigray. Mobile phone networks are being restored as well. Banking has not resumed in Tigray so far. Efforts underway in Mekelle, in other parts, in the main cities of Tigray. Still, banking is not operational. Thirdly, there's 2 updates for you. First one is about Jamal Osman, Channel 4 journalist from Somalia who was reportedly arrested yesterday. Several news sources reported his arrest, but he was seen leaving Somalia a few hours ago. He shared his picture from his journey abroad. Some say he is traveling to the UK, others say he's traveling to Turkey, but he is not in prison now. Was he detained yesterday and then released? Or all news about his detention were false? It's not clear. Jamal has not clarified, but he is now out of Somalia. He has departed Somalia. It has been confirmed by himself. Secondly, an Oromo activist was arrested a few days ago. I did a video on that. Guma Saqata was arrested, I think, in Derediva. And it wasn't first time that he was arrested. In the past as well, he was arrested several times. He's very vocal, very active in social media, seen a staunch supporter of Oromo Liberation Army. He has been released. Guma Saqata is out of prison. And he is sharing stories of other prisoners who are suffering in prisons of Ethiopia, in Dire Deva prisons. He has shared picture of a woman as well. He is now sharing stories of other prisoners who are still in prison. But Guma Sakata has been released from prison. It has been confirmed by himself. Thank you for watching.